The Great Sioux Nation was the political structure of the Sioux in North America at the time of the contact with Europeans and Euro-Americans. Most of the peoples speaking a Siouan language were members of the Očhéthi Šakówiŋ Seven Fires Council. The 7 members are sometimes grouped into 3 regional dialect groups, but these mid-level identities were not politically institutionalized. The 7 smaller groups were separate members of one confederacy. 2 Siouan peoples were not part of the Seven Fires Council, the Assiniboine and Stoney, who lived to the north of the others. They belonged to the Iron Confederacy with the Cree, traditional enemies of the Sioux. Subdivisions. The Great Sioux Nation is divided into 3 linguistically and regionally based groups and several subgroups. Linguistically, all 3 language groups belong to Siouan languages: Lakota, Northern Lakota, Central Lakota, Southern Lakota, Western Dakota, Yankton, Yanktonai, Eastern Dakota, Santee-Sistin. The term Great Sioux Nation is also sometimes applied to a hypothetical state in the western and midwestern United States, which would take in the following recognized Indian reservations: Oglala, Sikangu, Hunkpapa, Minneconchou, Sanzark, Two Kettles, Crow Creek Indian Reservation, Lower Brule Indian Reservation, Santee Indian Reservation, Yanktonai, Flandreau Indian Reservation, Lake Traverse Indian Reservation, Lower Sioux, Upper Sioux, Chaco PMD Wakanton, Prairie Island, Standing Rock Indian Reservation, Spirit Lake Tribe. The hypothetical state would also include the defunct Great Sioux Reservation, which was divided into smaller portions in the 19th century, and other unceded Indian territory in 4 states, as well as parts of the following states: Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming. The theoretical Great Sioux Nation occupies only parts of the United States where Sioux tribes have some legal claim with regard to treaties with the federal government. Historically, the Great Sioux Nation and the United States have had a turbulent relationship. The last of the great American Indian battles, the Battle of Little Bighorn and the Wounded Knee Massacre, were fought between these 2 peoples. Controversy. In one of the oldest unresolved cases in U.S. legal history, United States v. Sioux Nation of Indians 448 U.S. 371, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the United States was wrong in breaking the terms of the Fort Laramie Treaty of 1868, which forever exempted the Black Hills from all white settlement. When European Americans discovered gold there in 1874, miners swept into the area in a gold rush. The U.S. government reassigned the Lakota against the wishes to other reservations in western South Dakota, breaking up the Great Sioux Reservation into smaller portions. The Supreme Court awarded 8 Sioux tribes $106 million in compensation, the 1877 value of $17.5 million, plus interest. The Sioux Nation has refused to accept the award, saying they want the land returned. The money is held in accounts at the Treasury Department, accruing interest. As of 2011, the accounts are estimated to be valued at over $1 billion. Canada. The Assiniboine, who live to the north of most of the Sioux peoples, speak a Siouan language closely related to the Yanktonai. The Assiniboine were the first of the Siouan-speaking peoples to leave the eastern woodlands and move on to the Great Plains. They had developed as a separate people sometime before 1640, when they were first documented as a tribe by French missionaries. The Assiniboine were not a member of the 7 Council Fires. Instead, they were members of the Iron Confederacy, and became long-term enemies of the remaining Sioux. Because of this, other Sioux speakers referred to them as the Hoa or Rebels. The Canadian Nakota began as the westernmost band of the Assiniboine, but were referred to as a separate people after about 1744.